Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper. Happy Saturday. Today I'm taking part in a Stampin' Up! Dream Girls video hop. So this is super exciting, and this is a Dutch team. So I feel like I should say a few words in Dutch. I'm also a Dutch demonstrator. So dag iedereen, dit is de eerste keer dat ik meedoe aan een videohop met Nederlandse demo's. En ik ben wel een beetje trots dat ik het durf te doen in Nederlands. Zo, ik hoop dat je ook meekijkt en dat je als het leuk vindt, dat je ook een thumbs up, een duimpje geeft. En ook nog iets eronder zegt, een comment, hoe zeg je dat? Ja, dat weet ik niet. Maar ja, als je iets eronder schrijft, dat vind ik ook wel heel leuk. So, let's take a look. I'm going to switch the screen. Wij moesten één ding kiezen uit het Celebration flyer. Zo, ik heb Sending Support gekozen. En ook één ding uit de mini-catalogus. Zo, ik heb deze mooie papier gekozen. En die heet Fancy Flora. En dit zijn een paar van mijn favorieten. Deze, die en deze. En er is ook nog een bruine erbij. Dat was deze. En ik ga gewoon laten zien dat je een hele makkelijke kaart kan maken met gewoon een paar stripjes papier en één stempel. So het hoeft niet moeilijk te zijn om een mooi kaartje te worden. So what I'm showing today is that you can just use a few strips of pretty pattern paper and a simple saying and make a beautiful card. Sometimes we get so obsessed with making gorgeous cards with lots of layers and die cuts, we don't have enough cards, and when it's time for a birthday or a sympathy card, we might not have anything on hand. Or the only things we have on hand are things that we've put so many hours into, we don't want to give them away. So let's get started. I'm starting with a Mossy Meadow card base, and I'm using European measurements, and that's hard for me still. So if you're in Canada or North America, it's almost, yeah, and this is where we need centimeters. It's a little bit more than 5 3/4. It's 1/16 of an inch more than 5 3/4 by 4 1/8. That's the card front size. In Nederlands, dan zeggen wij van, het is, ik moet mijn lineaal, that's the word for a ruler, dat is 21 centimeter. En dan ril je het op 10,5 centimeter by 14.8 centimeter. So, and then we're taking a piece of white paper, and it is 3 3. Oh, no, this is the wrong piece. That's for the inside. I knew it was too big. The white piece is going to be 9.5 centimeters by 13.7. And in inches, that is 3 3/4 by 5 3/8. Now we're going to I'm going to use this paper, and we're going to cut it at 3 3.5. Let me double check that. Let me see. Yeah, 3.5. Okay, so I'm going to cut this piece at 3.5 inches, and I'll tell you what that is in centimeters in just a minute. And I have to decide now whether I want this piece or the wider piece on like this side. It's so difficult. I think I'm going to go with the wider piece. 3.5, that is 8.8 centimeters. You could probably go to 9 centimeters. And then I'm going to cut them at 1-inch pieces. And I'm just going to set these aside so I don't get them mixed up. So 1 inch, and that is about 2.5 centimeters. I want to keep them in the right order. I made a mistake there. I don't know what happened in there. Oh, I've got scraps in my trimmer. It's not good. So I'm just laying these pieces of paper off camera. You can't see them, but I'm keeping them in the right order because otherwise it's not going to look very pretty. And then we're going to, now I'm mixed up. I'm going to leave this piece. Okay, I'm leaving that piece off. Now we're taking our white piece, and this was the top one. And I'm just going to lay them out. And you can see our little pattern starting to take place. And the idea is that there is just a little piece of white at the bottom. And I think I don't quite have enough white, so I might eliminate one of my pieces here. So then you could go with a bigger saying. I'm not sure why I've made a mistake there. Oh yeah, there's only 4 pieces. Okay, this is good. Now we're going to get our liquid adhesive. Use a lime. Okay, so now I like using liquid adhesive because you can move it around. Okay. Well, I'm just sliding it off to the edge of my table. And I'm leaving an even border all around. Okay. So the nice thing about being part of a hop, if you look down below under the video, you will see the link for the next person so that you can hop on and see everybody's. And I'm excited to see what everyone else makes. I hope that you hop on through to everybody. Leave comments. It's always so nice when we hear from you. I'd like to know things like, what was your favorite celebration item? Did you participate in celebration this year? Some people are feeling a little bit of financial stress this year, the economy, inflation, you know, I get that. Now, let me just see, this piece was, see this, now I've messed up. It's a good thing it's, oh no, this is the right spot, see, yeah. That's why it's important to lay your pieces out so that you don't get them messed up. This reminds me of a Monet painting. And here. So now we're going to put this piece in the stamparatus so that we can stamp our saying on the bottom. Here we go. It's going to go just like this. Put the magnet on here. And then I thought I would go, I might even do both since I have room. Some days are harder than others. Hope today is one of the easier ones. So let's do this one first. And you could do just the one, but I think because I have the room, I'm going to do both. So we'll do one at a time because I want to make sure I have the right amount of distance. And I'm just looking on the lines here to make sure that my word actually is straight. And I think it's just a little bit off. Well, once you start getting, okay, I think it's going to be good. I need to stamp this with Mossy Meadow. You know what? I'm wrong. It's not Mossy Meadow, it's Evening Evergreen. It's a deeper green. And that's what's so nice about Stampin' Up! The cardstock and the ink, everything coordinates. So you make a beautifully coordinated card that even when it's simple, it looks fantastic because everything matches. Give it a nice press. And I'd say that's pretty good. One more layer of ink. Right there. And now I think I want to add the second stamp underneath because we have the room. And then in the inside, you can just write a beautiful note to go along with it. So now I'm going to say, hope today is one of the easier ones. Yeah. So I'm just going to lay that right underneath. I could do it off to the side like that. I might do that. And now I'm going to look on the grid lines to see if it's straight. It looks good. And then there is a matching stamp set with this paper, but I didn't get it. I just thought I have so many flowers. I was feeling a little bit flowered out, and of course now I kind of regret it. But I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Look. Okay, so now we're going to take this piece and put it on our card base. And then I know what we'll do in the inside. I don't have the stamp set, but I do have more of this pretty paper. So if you're watching this video, and you want to learn how to do this, just let me know. Just keep watching, and I might start a series of cards on beginner stamping. It sounds like a good idea. So here we have it. There's our card, and now for the inside, we're going to go to that white piece that I had that I was going to put on the outside. Now, I'll bet you that's 4 inches, maybe 4 1/4. No, 4 inches. So now we're going to take this leftover strip of paper that I have, see? And we're going to cut a piece. Oh, my desk is such a mess. I've been working all morning, and I have things that are starting to pile up. So I'm going to 4 inches. When you're stamping, a paper trimmer is super important because you want straight cuts. I'm going to 1.5 inches here. I've got lots of room in my card, so I'm going to put a nice pretty piece on the bottom. Look, and then you don't have to write quite as much either. And I see it's just a smidgen too big, so I'm going to cut off just a little bit there. And then we'll put that in the inside of our card, and then we're done. So very simple, and Celebration is almost over. So Celebration is a special sale that Stampin' Up! Has that if you spend 60 euros or $60 in Canada, you get to pick a free item out. And Tuesday is the last day. Tuesday, February 28th is the last day for Celebration. So you can still get the Sending Support stamp set, which is, I'm going to show it to you again, right here. So a really nice stamp set. I've used it a lot. Now we're going to put this in the inside of the card. And the key to thing is to remember, send your cards away. Don't hoard them all up. Send happy mail. Apparently there are websites, sorry, that is not wanting to, doesn't like to focus on white. That doesn't work very well. There are websites where you can get cheaper stamps, apparently. There. Isn't that nice? Now, in that same theme, I've also done this card and this one. So, I hope that you have enjoyed this short little video and that you take advantage of Celebration. The links will be in the description underneath. And remember, this was a video hop from the Stampin' Up! Dream Girls. So click on the links and go visit all my friends. Hartelijk dank voor om erbij te zijn vandaag. Ik weet dat dat heel slecht Nederlands was. Dat je aanwezig was. Ja, als je tips heeft voor mij, mag je het altijd delen. Ik leer graag, maar ik ben heel blij en dankbaar dat ik ook hier in Nederland mijn Stampin' Up! Business kan doen. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a super day. Bye.